Hi, my lovies. Today is the video that I have been teasing for a little bit of time. Today, I will be going into all the details of the various offers and the final trade that I decided to do for my Mega Neon African Wild Dog, Zuri. I am honestly still so in shock at what trade I was able to do for her in the end, so make sure to stay tuned to see the insane trade that I did. I feel like in general, the African Wild Dog has to be one of the most popular, if not the most popular exotic pet in the entire game. Even though there are times when its values will rise and then suddenly drop, I feel like it always has a pretty high, consistent demand. The African Wild Dog is a very adorable pet, and that is one of the reasons why it has such a high value. However, that is not the main reason. The African Wild Dog was a pet that was released during 2023 when Adopt Me was on a player decline. It also was a UGC pet, which means the only way for players to obtain it was by buying 5 UGC items with Robux, which are like Adopt Me accessories but for your actual Roblox avatar. And the prices for those items varied, with the least expensive being 59 Robux and the most expensive being 100 Robux. So basically the price range between 295 Robux and 500 Robux for just one African Wild Dog, depending on what UGC items a player bought. Since not many people were playing at the time and it wasn't bought like a typical Robux pet that is released during a special event, it's assumed that there are not a lot of African Wild Dogs in the game. Some players even argue that it's possible for there to be less African Wild Dogs in the game than parrots, which we all know is a legendary pet from the 2019 Jungle Egg. I don't know how true that is, but that is what I've been seeing on social media. So since the African Wild Dog has been increasing in value, I have made the decision that I wanted to trade Zuri so that I was able to acquire some more of my goal pets or dream pets, like the Mega Neon Cryptid or the Mega Neon Giant Panda. And to be honest, a Mega Neon African was never one of my main goals. I just had the opportunity to afford one when I was trading away my Neon Giant Pandas before they had left the game, and like the value of the Neon Giant Panda was so high. So you guys know they were like skyrocketing at that time before they left the game. It was completely crazy. If you watched the video where I traded for Zuri, then you know that I ended up trading my 3 neon flyable rideable giant pandas for Zuri, which at the time was a slight overpay. I kind of remember immediately after that trade sort of regretting trading away my neon giants because I really wanted to be able to get a mega neon giant panda, and I was so close to getting one because all I had to do was trade for the last neon one and then make a mega, or trade my neons and ads for a mega neon giant. But to be honest, value wise, the trade that I did for Zuri is now a huge, and I mean like huge win. And with just how drastically high the Mega Neon African Wild Dog has risen the past few days, like, it's amazing. Now, I want to preface that I traded my African Wild Dog while it was still rising because I honestly did not know that I was going to end up hitting a value of 7.8 on GG. So I was trading mine when the value of it was around 6.4, which means that it has risen almost 1.5 value points from when I had initially traded for it with my Neon Giants. As I had mentioned earlier, my main goal was to be able to at least obtain one of my dream pets in the trade or my goal pets. So I was being kind of picky about the trades. I was willing to accept any good offers, but I was ideally wanting to trade my Mega African for either a Mega Giant Panda or a Mega Crow, or lastly a Mega Cryptid and 2 Neon Giant Pandas. At the time, those were all small wins for me, but I did overpay for my Mega African Wild Dog, so I was kind of wanting an overpay back, especially since the pet was rising at the time. Now that I have given you guys a bit of background, let's get into some of the offers that I did where I show you guys the final trade that I accepted. So I decided to trade my Mega Neon African Wild Dog on live because I figured I'd be able to better show what pets I was wanting in the trade and to be able to communicate with players who I wasn't able to chat with. And if I wanted any ads or swaps, I'd be able to easily let them know that. So let's get right into it, guys. The first offer was pretty solid one. They did have one of the pets I was really wanting, which was the Mega Neon Cryptid. They also had the Mega Neon Goose, the Mega Candy Corn, the Mega Dango Penguins, Mega Sakura Spirit, and the Strawberry Bat Dragon Beanie. and then a rainbow maker to top it all off. Overall, this offer was pretty decent. Just sadly, the only pets that I really liked were the cryptid and the dango penguins. I do know that the rainbow maker and the goose can be very easy to trade, and that rainbow makers are very sought after pet wear. So if I traded it, I could probably get a very decent overpay because I had to overpay for my own rainbow makers. And then the only thing is with the candy corn, I was actually in the process of making my own mega at the time. So I really did not want another one because then I would have to trade it off and it'd be a whole process. So I was really not wanting to take on another candy corn. And then I don't know too much about the Sakura Spirit, to be honest. I really never see them in game, so I'm not too sure if they're easy or hard to trade. So I just went on ahead and passed with this offer. The next offer I got was also a really decent offer. There were 3 high tiers, and then we had the mega exotic lion cub. The only issue is that I was not a huge fan of any of the pets. Now I know that the owl is super popular, but just the normal owl is not one of my favorites. I think the mega neon owl is super cute, but I have not had the chance to have one yet. And for the frost dragon and the evil unicorn, I'm just not huge fans of them, especially the frost dragon. It's just really not for me. I will say that the mega lion cub looks really cute. I haven't personally owned one myself, but I have seen them in game and I think they're absolutely adorable. So sadly, I went ahead and passed with this offer as well. The next offer was even more insane because we had a giraffe, neon frost, mega goose, giant, neon alley, and then cryptid. Now I knew the mega African was definitely worth a giraffe, but I was still so shocked to see it in the trade because this is the first time I've ever been offered a giraffe for one of my pets before. Even though this trade had more pets that I thought were cute, even though they weren't in the form that I was initially wanting, the frost was carrying a lot of value in this offer. And as I already mentioned, I don't really like frost dragons, so I had to pass with this one as well, even though they did have some pretty cute pets. Now, the last offer that I'm going to show you guys truly just had a variety of high tiers and valuable exotics and valuable mid tiers. I was so shocked when they added the bat dragon because I never even thought a bat dragon would be attainable for me because they are so high value. This offer did carry a lot of value, but the issue is that I did not like majority of the pets. Once again, I feel like this is a trend we are seeing in this video, but I really wanted to trade Zuri for some pets that I really liked, or at least like one of my goals or dreams, or a pretty solid offer that I would enjoy, because I like to grind with my pets and really use my pets. So even though the offer did carry a lot of value, the issue was that I just did not enjoy majority of the pets, so I was sadly gonna decline on that one as well, even though it had the bat dragon. So after I tried to trade Zuri on live, but I didn't really find any offers I liked, I decided to take a break and then try again tomorrow. So the next day I'm trying to trade Zuri some more, and I end up finding someone who was wanting to trade their, wait for it, neon bat dragon for a mega neon African wild dog and ads. I was like so in shock. I was like, neon bat dragon? Oh my goodness. I honestly wasn't sure if I had ads that she was gonna like, but I just went on ahead and, traded her. And in the trade, I decided that I would do my mega mermicorn and my no potion giant panda that I've been hanging on to. And to be honest, those were really good ads because I understand the high tiers always get overpay, and the offer itself was already overpay. And then those pets, the mega mermicorn and then the giant panda, were rising. So it was a really solid offer. And looking back, possibly I would have just done the mega African and the mega mermicorn and then kept the giant, but it would have been a slight underpay at the time. But the thing is, those pets are both rising like so rapidly, and the African wild dog was rising even more rapidly. But yes, she accepted the trade, and then I accepted the trade, and I was so ecstatic, and I could not believe that I had gotten a literal neon bat dragon. And the thing with bat dragons is that I feel like they're always pretty stable, and they're always going to be one of the most valued pets. Now, I will say the trade I did is now like an even bigger lose, because at the time it was like 0.005 overpay, and now it's like 2.06 overpay. So that kind of sucks, but honestly, I'm still really happy with the trade. Like, she is so adorable and precious, and I never even had a neon bat dragon as one of my goals. because I never thought it'd be possible, but I really got one. So I'm like, I'm still like kind of shaking in disbelief. But please, guys, leave me some name suggestions below in the comments because this cutie really needs a name. I have not yet named her at all. So I want you guys to drop some name suggestions down below and we will choose one together. So I'm really excited for that. And then I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video, my lovies. I really want to do more trading videos in the future as well. I love being able to trade my exos and like seeing what like offers I get and stuff, and upgrading my inventory is also super fun, even though I might do some more trading videos that aren't specifically like trading exotics, but I always hope you guys enjoy them. So until next time, my lovies, I'll see you then.